So in today's video, I want to talk to you about some of the mistakes that most salespeople make when they are in the business of sales. Because let me tell you, in the business of sales, it's about bringing value, being of service, and contributing to others so that therefore you can make better connections. In today's video, I want to show you how to do that. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back once again to our channel, Through Failure and Success. And today, okay, I want to talk to you about teaching people how to. That is the name of the content today, is just teaching people how to. Why do I say that? Because when you are in the business of sales, most people say, I don't like sales. I don't want to be in the business of sales. But let me tell you, the business of sales, okay, once you break through that limiting belief that selling it's about convincing people that you have a product that works and that they must believe you, that they have to buy it. Okay. If you are stuck in that mindset and if you cannot get past that, of course, you're going to have limiting beliefs, because you're going to say, how in the hell are they going to believe something that I'm selling? Okay. If I don't even believe in it myself, there's a big difference. And today, that's what I want to talk to you about. We are in the industry now, okay, in an era, actually, I should say, where we are transitioning from the typical, you got to go to school. Okay. You got to take a course. Maybe you do I still have to take a course, but now everything online, you can find everything on YouTube, just like we are right now. By the way, the name of the channel is Through Failure and Success. If this is your first time visiting the channel, I highly encourage you, check out some of our content, check out some of our videos, subscribe to the channel, consider liking the video, consider sharing with anybody that you know around the country or anywhere around the world, whatever it is that you are. I hope that I'm touching you, that I get to touch you, and that I get to bring some value to you. But with that being said, that's the name of our channel, Through Failure and Success. But what I want to talk to you about today is we are transitioning from a typical era, okay, where you had to go to school and learn something. Now you can come onto YouTube, you can go to videos, and if you type the word how to, that's going to come up. When you're searching a video or an article, that's going to be first things that's going to come up, like how to. You're going to have billions and billions of just researches, things that you can find out. And so that's what I want to talk to you today. If you are in the business of selling, okay, in the business of sales, which, by the way, it's one of the most fun, it's one of the most lucrative business to be in, because this is where you get to provide a service. This is where you get to provide value. This is where you get to be yourself. Talk to many people, touch many people's lives, get to know about them. Now, most people say, I don't like sales, I hate people. Well, that's obviously the case because you hate that. And if you keep telling yourself that over and over and over, just like I can't do that, or that's never going to be me, that is a limiting belief. That is a belief that you're inserting to yourself. And therefore, you're going to act and you're going to behave in such a way that those are going to be the results that you're going to be getting. But teaching people how to in the business of sales is going to be one of the most lucrative things. Okay, one of the most things, if you get to have fun with it, you're going to get to have a lot of fun. And so that's what I want to talk to you today, because take, for example, okay, I'm in the business of real estate. Okay, yes, I help families find and get to sell their home, and it also help them get to the next chapter in life. And in our business, we have individuals who want to sell their house on their own. We call them FSBOs, for sale by owner. When realtors, okay, are calling for sale by owners, the biggest mistake that they make is, would you consider listing it with me? Why did you not get a realtor? Why would you sell it on your own? You know that if you get a realtor, you're going to get a better result. You know that this, you know that I can do this, I can do that. I can go on and on and on and on and on. That is the last thing that the for sale by owner wants to hear. So let me tell you, if you're in the business of real estate, you're making a big mistake if that is exactly what you're doing. What you ought to do, okay, is reverse engineer. Okay, we gotta break it down. Because remember, it's no longer about you. Okay, at that specific moment, yes, you have the solution, you have an answer to their problem. Okay, that's not how you want to come out. That is not the way to do it, because I believe that I have a product that is going to serve them. I have a method, I have a system that is going to help them sell the house. But if that is not what they're looking to get, then I'm not going to be able to convince them otherwise, unless they're willing to be open and receive that information, then that's when you get to have your value proposition. But what if this individual says, you know what, I don't care. I just want to sell my house on my own. I don't need a realtor to do it. Great. No problem. Will it be okay if I just give you some tips? If I just gave you something of value that has helped me, okay, that I believe is going to help you sell the house on your own, which I believe you're going to have no problem selling the house on your own, regardless of what everybody else is telling you. I believe that you have a way of a bigger shot selling it yourself. Will it be okay if I send you some info that is going to help you sell that property yourself and teach them? Teach that individual how to sell their house on their own. Because guess what? A lot of the times, and by the way, this goes for any business, but I'm just focusing on one topic right now, which is the real estate. When that individual starts to find out that there's going to be many legality systems, legality forms, papers, if I don't fill them out right, I'm going to be liable for anything that happens to the property. That individual is going to start to realize, like, oh shoot, maybe I'm out to get a someone that's going to be able to sell the house. Okay. And guess what? If you were that individual who provided value, who was there being of service, okay, who was really genuine about it, just giving them the information without expecting anything in return, you're going to be the one that they're most likely are going to call back. Because when you give, okay, you receive 10 times fold that. But you got to give with not the expectation of I'm going to receive if I'm able to give. Okay. You got to give, and you don't have to. You can't be expecting anything in return. Otherwise, you just don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't give just with the expectation that you're going to get back something in return. So it is about teaching the individual how to sell the process, how to do the process on themselves. You're going to be able to bring them value. And in doing so, you're going to make that other person better, because this is really what it's all about, right? It's about making the other individual better, leaving them better than how you found them, regardless whether they do business with you or not. It's about leaving that individual, leaving that family better than how you found them. You gave them something of value. You gave them a piece of content. You gave them an article that said, you know what? Psh, snap. This is what I was missing. They will always remember you for that. And you just never know. If you keep in touch with them, it's almost a guarantee that that individual is going to refer you to somebody else, that is going to refer you to somebody else, because it's not about what you say to the individual. Remember this. It's about how you make them feel. Okay. And if you've made them feel, that person listened, if you've made that individual care for, you made them feel that way, if you made them feel like they were the most important thing at that specific moment when you were giving them value in the process of that individual, in this case, selling their home, they will always remember that because you gave them the value. And again, it's being of service. It's being of service, because this is what the sales business is really all about. It's about being of service to our community, to the people that we know, to the people that we talk to every single day. And this is what it's really all about. Okay. So I just really need you to understand that for just a minute, that in the business of sales, okay, yes, you're selling a product, but more than a product, you're selling a solution to that individual's problem. Okay. So I really want you to focus on that. And then, you got to work backwards. You got to work with the end in mind. Okay. What's the ultimate result that this family, that this individual, that this seller, that this couple has in order for them to achieve to where they want to get? Okay. What's the ultimate goal? You got to work backwards. That's why it's called reverse engineering. That you're going to unwind, you're going to unpack everything. And okay, let's see, what are we trying to accomplish here? What do we really want to get? Okay. What are we trying to get out of this transaction? Okay. Why do you want to buy that house? Okay. Why do you want to buy that car? Okay. What's about the house? What's about the location? Okay. That is really attracting you to go there. Okay. And if you were not there, would you be okay? Or how will it make you feel if you don't get to have that place? Or you know what? Sometimes it's about motivation. The motivation comes in, and then that's where you dig it in and say, well, you know what? How will it make you feel if you wait another 2 years, 3 years for the market to crash? Okay. How will it make you feel if you were to get to that place right now? Okay. But that's how you start unpacking that motivation of the individual wanting to buy the car, okay, buy that ring, buy the house, whatever that is. But you got to work with the end in mind. You got to unpack it. Okay. You got to work backwards. And then again, what's the ultimate goal? What is it that's driving you? In about 10 years, in about 5 years, 5 to 10 years from today, where do you ultimately want to be? Where do you ultimately see yourself being for the next 10 years? And really is all about, it's about, just building. When you're doing so, you're building the character, okay? Not just for yourself, but for the family as well. But you're building the character, okay? And also, not only that, but you're building that connection, that emotional connection that you're going to be having with this individual. Because again, okay, as sales professionals that are in sales, if all of you, okay, everybody, if most of you, especially in the business of real estate, okay, most realtors, most salespeople, okay, sales professionals, if all of us were men, we would have a one night stand with most clients, we do business with. Why? Because we do business with them, and then it's out of sight, out of mind, forget about it, I go on to the next one. Right now, okay, in this market that we're in right now, forget about the real estate market, okay? I'm talking about the entire economy that we have right now, okay? If you listen to this, okay, this is where you're going to build character, because I believe that we are in one of the most unique times in history, okay? We are in one of the most unique times in history, and there's going to be opportunities. Yes, it is a little bit challenging, especially again, I like to touch the real estate fact because I'm involved and I see how complicated it's getting for most realtors that are in the business that can't really make a sale. They would, okay, they would, but we fail to look at ourselves most of the times, okay? But if you can really understand this, that this is the market where you start to build relationships with people, okay? This is where you build that relationship. This is where you build that connection. You got to give them value, provide value to the individual, provide value to the family that is really looking to get some really honestly, they're looking for value. They're looking for connection. This is where you build that connection. And even if it's not a sale that maybe you're going to close today, okay, maybe that's not it. It's about, just building the connection. But if you don't hit that goal, it's okay. It's okay, because on the other side, okay, if you are there during the toughest times, with that family, with that individual, but you make them feel like they were the most important people in the world, they will never forget that. They will forget what you said to them in the process. You're gonna ask them, you know what? Do you remember, Mister and Mrs. When I was telling you about this? No, I don't remember that. Okay, got it. They forgot. But hey, do you remember that one time when we were going through the process and it looked like everything was going to fall apart, but somehow we found the way and we made it through? Yes, I remember that. Why? Because there was a connection, there was an emotion. Okay, there was a relationship, there was a genuine connection that was built during that process, and therefore you created that. So guess what? You have a client for the rest of your life. But it's about providing value. It's about reverse engineering that. I remember once, okay, a long time ago, when I used to be in the restaurant industry. This was years ago, many years ago. And we had a chef. And I was young, maybe a young 20-year-old, fresh out of the Marine Corps. I thought that I was going to be a chef. Okay, I thought that was going to be it. My life is set now. I'm going to be the greatest chef in the world. Obviously, it didn't happen like that. Okay, things happen for a reason. But in the process, I learned that. I remember this one chef. He was taking notes. He was cooking something, and some of the new guys are in the back. We're looking like, chef, what are you doing? Right? Can you tell us what you're doing? Can you tell us what dish are you making? And I remember him going like so. He says, no, you can't go over there. I can't show you what I'm doing. Okay. So I will never forget that, because I said, if this chef would actually taken the time to teach us what that dish, what the dish that he was doing, okay, maybe I would have forgot the words that were said to me, but I would never forget how he made me feel. That one time he made us feel like we were not important, like we were just nothing. We were just another number, another cook in the kitchen. But if he would have said, got it, you know what? As a matter of fact, before we even asked, hey guys, why don't you come over here? Let me teach you what I'm doing. Look, this is what I'm doing. I'm breaking down the beef. I'm marinated with some sauce. I'm doing this and I'm putting that, brace it for 24 hours, whatever that process is. Okay. You explain to us. Okay. You tell us what that process looks like. Maybe we're going to forget about the fact that you walked us step by step, but I will never forget that you took the time out of your day. You took the time out of your time, okay, of you cooking that to speak to me, teach me for 5 minutes, and you made me feel like I was the most important person in the world at that specific moment. Because it's about capturing those moments, capturing that one moment where you're gonna provide value, okay? You're gonna provide value, but you're gonna make that person feel like they are the most important person in the world. So it's not about the instant sale. Again, I go back to the instant gratification. We live in an era now where we want instant gratification. If I don't get that raise, I'm going to leave. If I don't get the promotion, I'm going to look for another job. Okay. When I start getting paid more, I'm going to do this. When I get that, when I have more money, you don't know if you're going to die. Okay. You think that you're never going to die. My days are numbered. We think that we're never going to die. And then therefore we go on and then we move on as if I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it tomorrow when I have time. Nah, you know what? Once I get that, once I'm happy, I'll think about it. And now, we will build a relationship. But it's not about that. Okay. Our days are numbers. Always remember that. But I'm not here to teach you that lesson. I'm just really here to just really have you focus on the fact that if you can provide value to your customers, okay, to the people that you surround yourself with, you're going to be in a great position once we get out of this storm. Because right now, regardless, believe it or not, we are in winter. Literally, we are in winter, okay? Not to say is the first day of spring was a couple of days ago. We're still seeing a lot of rain. We're still seeing, the cold weather, 50 degrees, Southern California. I mean, we think it's cold, but I know some of you guys from New York, you think that 50 degrees is summertime. Good for you. We think it's cold, okay? But it's springtime. We should be at 65, 70 degrees now, but we're not there yet. But once that's the kind of economy we have right now. It seems like everything is great, but it's actually kind of not. It's not. If you really pay attention to what's going on, we are in a very uncertain time, and you got to understand that. You got to provide value to your people. It's not about inserting them with fear, but it's just about being real with them and then just looking out for the message, giving them the info that they need. If they want to sell the house, if they want to create a content, and if you're a content producer, okay, why don't you give them the app? Why don't you give them something that they can be useful for them, so that therefore they can create their own content. Same thing with the seller of the house. Okay. If you're a realtor and then you find a for sale by owner, you think to yourself, yeah, that person is nuts. He's never going to sell the house. Oh, really? So why don't you help him? Why don't you tell him, look, let me show you what I would do if I was you? But most of you are not going to do that, by the way. Most of you are not going to do that. You're not going to get this through your head, and that's okay. It's about teaching people how to reverse engineer it, find out what's going on in their head, find out what's the end in mind, what's the ultimate goal, what's taking them there. Okay, why do they want to get there? If they don't get there, how's it going to make them feel? Okay, set the goals with them, because maybe it's not right now. Maybe it's 12 months, 24 from today, but the day is going to come where they're going to need your help. And guess what? You're going to be the very first person that they're going to call because of the way you made them feel, because of the value that you provided to them. I hope that this serves you, because I really want to see you succeed. I really wanted to see you, hear your story. By the way, if you're whatever kind of business, whatever kind of industry, I want you to put it on the chat, because I'm curious to know where most of you are in what type of business is it that you're in. Okay. So that's really what I want you to get out of this video. Just providing content, okay, providing value, showing people how to, and then give them a lot of value in the process. Again, my name is Marcelino. The name of our channel is Through Failure and Success. Again, we have a goal of 10,000 subscribers, okay? But we're trying to get to 10,000 by the end of the year. So help us reach out more people, because we really want to get to the ones that are looking for this content right now, and then provide value to them, bring them that value. With that being said, thank you so much for watching. Consider subscribing to the channel and share this video with anybody that you would think would find value in it. Until the next one, take care, everybody. Bye-bye.